Guys, they said Iyanifa made a shocking discovery when she went into the forest to get some materials for the upcoming full moon ritual. You know, they said she have been in the forest for some time now, and that has given the enemies opportunity to do unthinkable right there in the palace. But the gods are not allowing them to win, because they said the last one they did, that they did this deity ritual in the palace to pollute the palace against the full moon ritual. But unfortunately, the kind of rain that falls that day, they were all shocked. And this will tell you that the gods are for Queen Naomi. Now, information have it that Iyanifa, who have been in the forest for days now, they said something happened. It was like a vision to her when they showed her a pot where they said Queen Naomi's name, her hair, clothes, cowries, and some other things were buried inside a pot, and they buried it on the ground. But they said the essence of doing that in Yoruba culture, when someone's name is buried into that kind of pot, that most times it is to disconnect that person spiritually and physically. As in, they will disconnect the person spiritually, then physically they will find a way to manipulate the person out of that place. But spiritually, they have been able to achieve it, and that is why physically they will succeed, you know. So that is exactly what they did to Queen Naomi, according to what Iyanifa discovered. And according to what we're hearing, they said when Iyanifa saw this, they also showed her how the ground was trembling the moment they buried that thing on the ground, such that the ground did not accept it. That the ground rejected the pot, and that pot was broken. That was why she was able to see the content of that pot. That had it been that the land accepted their rituals, because according to the information, they did this thing inside that palace. They said they brought one dreaded bad Ifa priest like that. They said that Ifa priest, he is never known for something good. When you talk about something dreaded, something bad, evil, you talk about that particular Ifa priest that they brought into the palace. They said the person did that thing inside the palace. And when they brought the man, as in that Ifa priest, inside the palace to come and do that thing, they paid him heavily. And they said that kind of ritual is not anybody that can do it. Because first of all, for almost 7 days, sometimes 21 days, that particular pot in question that they used to do that have to go through a lot of rituals. They will have to do a whole lot, of which they brought this man to do, you know, because some Ifa priests and some of their mamalawos that are working with them cannot do it. That it took them so much fortune to bring that man to come and fortify that pot for that particular purpose, which is to disconnect Queen Naomi completely from the king and from the throne. So after fortifying the pot, they have to add those things that they got hair from her head with her clothes and some other items, and they also pack sand from where she have walked with her legs, you know. So, but the good thing about this whole issue is that all this their efforts become wasted, because they said because the land of Ile-Ife kingdom did not reject Queen Naomi, both spiritually and physically, the land rejected that pot. That had it been that they buried that pot and the pot was able to stay below the ground, that maybe no matter what Kabiyesi do, QueenNaomi will not agree to come back. And you know that at the moment QueenNaomi did not agree to come back, no matter what they do, they can never bring her back into the palace. So right now, they said Iyanifa saw that pot, and also they showed her how the land was shaking and trembling when they buried that thing. And before they could turn their back, the land had vomited that pot. And they said the pot got broken into pieces, you know. And they said Iyanifa was shocked, you know. So, and a lot of people are saying, that is why the particular Ifa priest who was doing some dirty rituals inside the palace the day they said the heavy rain fall was shouting that I told you guys that their covenant is older than the throne, and there is nothing anyone can do, that they are the only ones who can break that covenant. That was what they said the Ifa priest that they brought to come and do the dirty job was saying, you know. And because the gods of Ile-Ife kingdom accepted QueenNaomi, QueenNaomi was brought to them, presented to them as a virgin. And that alone will tell you that she came pure. She came pure. And she did not commit any abomination right there in the palace. She did not commit any form of adultery. She was not seen with another man. As in, there are things that when a queen do, you will say, okay, even though she came in pure, but she did this and is against the land. QueenNaomi did not do any of that. You see all this, she insulted the culture and tradition. It was politically, physically, spiritually. They still accepted her the same way they accepted her the day that Kabiyesi presented her. And that is why, with all the effort that these people are putting to make sure that she did not return or she did not shine, she still outshines all of them. QueenNaomi is way out of the palace for a very long time right now. But her presence in the palace is still shaking them. It's still giving them sleepless nights. Yes, she have not been in the palace, but her impact there, her spiritual presence there, is still making them uncomfortable. And they will forever be uncomfortable until the day they leave their marriage for QueenNaomi. Yes. So Iyanifa is saying that these people, if only they know that there is nothing they can do to stop this girl, to stop this woman from returning back to her home, that they will know that they are just wasting their time and their money and creating unnecessary enmity between them and QueenNaomi, because that is what it is. Someone that you are fighting. At the end of the day, everything you try against her will be in vain. Everything you try against her will be in vain. And tomorrow you will still be, now wow. Anyway, guys, that is what we are hearing. But don't forget that they are all alleged unverified information making rounds on social media. And shouldn't be seen as fact unless you verify them. Okay, thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, follow my page, and share this video. I love you guys. Bye. See you.